Thank you, Courtney. Well, when you think of Georgia crops, peaches, blueberries, maybe even chicken may come to mind. But this morning, Suzanne Lawler continues her series, Farms from the Heart, by taking you to an unusual place in Sparta.
Well, let's go out to her live in Hancock County right now. Good morning, Suzanne. What do you have for us?
Yeah, we are at Sparta Mushrooms. Yes, I said mushrooms. And inside this facility, an amazing process happens every day. Nestled away in downtown Sparta sits an old furniture warehouse with deep roots.
Yeah, this building was built in the 1890s. It was a cotton warehouse at one point.
And now it's something quite unusual for the South.
Here we grow lion's mane, oyster, and shiitake mushrooms.
Kevin Frazier runs Imperial Mushrooms.
Just getting some of the older bags out so we can make room for new ones.
They sprout 300 to 400 pounds of the fragile fungi every week, and it is quite a process.
So this is what mushrooms require to grow indoors in this controlled setting. It's a high temperature plastic, and it's got a filter patch here that allows gas exchange so the mushrooms can breathe in oxygen.
From there, Kevin has to go into somewhat of a mad scientist role. These are his tools.
So these are mushroom cultures here. So I start out with introducing a tiny piece of tissue to this agar in the petri dish. It grows out some mycelium, which is the white stuff that's grown inside, and that's what carries the organism to grain.
The sterilized grain is like food for the shrooms, and everything is sterilized because remember, this crop is a fungus.
Outdoors, you can do a much more passive system of drilling holes in a log and introducing mushroom mycelium into those logs, and you can wax over it, and they can sort of hold their own out there. In a controlled setting, we really need full sterilization of our substrate.
Depending on the variety, it takes 5 to 13 weeks to grow in these sawdust pods.
So this is about as large as the lion's manes will get indoors for me. A little bigger than softball size, I'd say. Then they're ready to pick.
Then they just snip them off to harvest. You won't find Imperial mushrooms in grocery stores. They mostly go to farmers markets and a few other restaurants in Athens and Atlanta.
Some of the mushrooms that we grow are a little more specialty types. They don't handle shipping very well in transit, trucking across the country, and that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to provide food locally. It's always fun to watch them grow, and the magic never really goes away.
And you know, guys, maybe it's not so unusual to have a mushroom farm in Sparta because Kevin says mushrooms are grown all over the world. Back to you.
That's pretty impressive stuff.
Learned
I never
a
knew how much
whole
science.
lot.
Yeah, I know. Well, we have included some web extras in this story on 13WMAZ.com for you, including a photo gallery of all the different varieties of mushrooms. So be sure to go check that out, too.